Hello everyone, so in today's video I want to create Proxmox backup with Ansible. I know that Proxmox also has an dedicated backup server that can do this, but yeah, I don't have it, and I really don't need it because I only backup one VM from my entire environment. And that is this AD01, so the domain controller in my case. And yeah, I created the playbook that automates this a little bit, because the second problem that I have is that on this node where the actual VM lives, I have limited space. Oh, come on. I have limited space. So this is all I got, 189 gigabytes for all my VMs. And because my space is limited, I'm creating the backup. I'm exporting it directly to my personal computer. So I will create the backup directly in this location. This is another backup from last month, but this one I created manually, and yeah, I want to do it with Ansible. So let's take a look at the playbook. The first task is, as always, a little bit of failsafe so that we do not run the playbook on the entire inventory, even if the inventory only has my two Proxmox nodes. If I had 100, I just don't want by mistake to run the playbook against all inventory items. The first thing that it prompts the user is to just type the name of the VM, and based on that it will Ansible will go on the Proxmox node, and it will ask for it will get the VM ID, because that is what we want. And the VM ID we can get very easily like this. I can show you directly on the Proxmox server. So we just need to replace this with the actual VM name, AD01, and we will get exactly the VM ID. So normally if you do QM list, then you will get all the VMs, and we are interested in this one. And the first filter is just a grep. We grep for the line that contains this text, AD01. Then we get the entire line, and we are interested only on the VM ID, and this is why we are using AWK to just print out the first text before the before the first space. So print $1 and close like this, and in this way we'll get the VM ID. So this is the only complicated part of the playbook, and the rest is much more simpler. So once we have the ID of the VM, we register the result, and we use this result in several other tasks. So the second task is to check if the VM is up or down, running or shut down, and this is also very easy to see. So QM status, and we type the VM ID, and we get it running. And if for example we interrogate VM ID 103, we will get status stopped. And based on this, so this is the exact response that Ansible will get. And in the next task, if this text is contained in the registered information that we registered in the task above, then it will do a QM shutdown. This means it will gracefully shut down the VM. It can gratefully shut it down because I do have the QM agent enabled and running. Oh, where is it? Under options. So the QEMU agent, QEMU agent is enabled, and when it's running, you can see here the IP of the VM. So this is the first sign that your agent is running as expected. So I have that agent installed, and this is why I can do a graceful shutdown. Then the next task, it will check if this directory exists on the Proxmox server. So let's mnt and win. So in our case, it does exist, but it's empty because it's not mounted. And after that, I created a pause, but I will remove it because I just used it for a test. Then it will do a mount. So it will mount my personal computer's drive because I shared it. So that is the IP of my personal computer, and D is the drive that I shared, and it will mount it on the newly created or already existing directory, and it will use credentials stored in this file. So the credentials are just a user and a password, so nothing fancy. And this is the rest of the mount command when you want to mount a Windows share. After that, the backup starts, and it again uses the ID that we learned in the first task, and the rest is the normal vzdump command, compression, and also the dump directory. And in our case, the dump directory will be this one because it will this is basically the path to this directory. It will also print out the result of the process when it's done. After it's done, it will unmount. I don't need that, so we can shorten the. Okay. It will unmount the share, and then it will start the VM. Okay, so let's see it in action. I will start it from here, from the Ansible. So let's clear this and let's start the playbook. One important thing, as you have seen, I do not use any credentials here because I have already generated a public key from my Ansible node, and I can use SSH without any user and password. So I just use SSH root to 168.0.1.10. So that is one Proxmox server, and I can directly connect it because I have deployed a passwordless connection through a public key. Okay, so this is important if you want to do it exactly like I've done it. Okay, so we are in our directory where I have the playbook, and we just run the Ansible playbook 01 it is, and I need to limit for one of the Proxmox nodes, and in my case it's POX01 because that is the location where my VM is now running. So I will create a backup of AD01. Okay, so let's do it like this. So let's make this pop out so that we can see what is doing, what's happening. So we just need to type the VM name. Remember, Linux is case sensitive, so if your VM here is with small letters, then you also need to use the same small letters. And yeah, it will immediately start. First, it got the VM ID, then it checked the status because the VM was started. It will power it off, and then it will mount the share, and it will start the creation of the backup. We can see the process also here. It will take a little bit of time until it copies, around 9 gigabytes. And we can also see that if I go now to the Proxmox server, I will see that I have the drive mounted. So this is my computer, and we can, for example, if we go to it, win and do a list, then we will see all the files that are on my on the drive on my personal computer, and we just go to ISO, and then I believe it's under Proxmox ls, and it's that AD01 cd AD01 AD01 clear. Yes. And here are all the files. The older file from 19th last month, and now the new file that is being created. Okay, let's go back to Proxmox. So it's still running, It's still creating the backup. I believe it will be done in a couple of seconds. And after it is finished, we will see the result. Ooh, unmount. That's failed. Okay, we had an issue. This is not a problem because the backup is already done. And let's see what was the problem here. So you mount down. I see what the problem is. So target is busy. We got this error because I remained in this directory. So I am on that share, and if I want to also do, for example, an unmount of that directory, how is it? 1 second, I don't remember. It's mnt. So if I go again, mount and so this is basically the command from Ansible. I will get the same error because I am currently in that location. But if I jump out, I'm going in the root directory and I execute the same command one more time, then it's gone. If I do an df-age, I will see that that share is gone. So yeah, the playbook is okay. Nevertheless, it was my mistake because I was already through another session. I was connected in the same location, and it could not do an unmount. Okay, let's go back here. So and the final task here was to just start the VM, but we will start it manually. Okay, so the backup is done, and if we also check on our share, we can see that the backup has just been created, and we also have that log that was written here. So this log is also present in the same in the location where the backup was created. So yeah, this was it. Thank you for watching. If you like this kind of videos, please like my videos and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day.